What's up, guys? We are back, and I'm looking at some more NFL plays today over on PrizePicks. In the last NFL video I posted, we were able to cash for 8x, as you can see right there. Stafford over passing yards, Kyle Williams over receiving yards, Todgers over targets, as well as Jordan Whittington over his receiving yards. Pretty much sweat-free for all of those there. I mean, they all cashed by like the third quarter, basically, or in the third quarter. So, looking to run it right back and make another sweat-free entry for you guys tonight on another primetime game here. Sunday Night Football. We got the Patriots and the Bills facing off tonight. Stefon Diggs' first game playing Buffalo since leaving Buffalo. And I'm excited to hop in and hopefully just keep cashing with y'all over here on YouTube. Before I do get to the free plays, though, make sure you leave a like on this video here. If we get to 125 likes, I'll drop a bonus play for you guys tomorrow for some Monday Night Football. And while you're done and leaving a like, you may as well also subscribe to the channel with those notifications on. That way you don't miss out on future videos from me, and you get in before these lines get bumped or get removed. Also, the final thing here is to not miss out, check out the DubClub. The DubClub gives you access to all of my plays sent straight to your phone and access to my Discord community. But right now, my DubClub is listed for 50% off for a limited time only. So you get it right now for the next month for 50% off, or the next 3 months for 60% off. All you have to do is just go down to my description, click on the DubClub link, and it'll pop up for you guys with 2 different options. That 1 month at 50% off or 3 months at 60% off. And by the way, we have the NHL coming back on Tuesday. We are like, 2 days away now? Super excited for that. NBA comes back, and I want to say like 15, 16, 17 days, right around there. Super excited for that as well. We kill both those sports. And NHL, man, I'm so excited with it. So close. Tuesday, man, I'm very excited for that. But in the DubClub, you can see some like the different testimonies and winners that we've had from this year. Like, this was our best winner from this year in the MLB season, 50 to about $2,000 right there in winnings. You have all these different testimonies, though, from guys in the DubClub. Just all these guys talking about how good of a place it is to be because we really are winning, and it really is a great community. And when you join the DubClub, first thing you should do is connect your Discord to DubClub. That way you can take advantage of all the perks over in the Discord here. That includes the correlation tab. You can find all the different plays in here, which look like this, like the NFL, as well as the MLB, which, by the way, we cashed a massive MLB winner yesterday as well. I posted 2 different slips, 2 different versions. One was a safer option at 9.5x, and this option here was at a 14.5x, which we were able to cash out. We only had, 3, 4 MLB games yesterday. I think it was 4 MLB games. Only had like 3 slips, and was able to cash here for a 9.5x or a 14.5x, as you can see there. So members are pretty happy about that one for sure. You also in my community chat, we talk to me and other members about plays or whatever's going on. If you just add me in the chat, I'll usually respond to you in a pretty good time as well. And you have my contributors posting all of their plays, whether that's for the WNBA, whether that's for golf or soccer or esports or KBO baseball. It really is a good place to be. So come join us while you are able to. The link available in my description. It is right now listed for 50% off of your first month or 60% off of the next 3 months. With that out of the way, let's get to these free plays. Make sure to play responsibly at your own risk. Leave a like on this video here and subscribe to the channel with those notifications turned on if you have not already. And let's get to these plays. The first play I like on the PrizePicks board for this slate is going to be over in the receiving yards category. Of course, for Sunday Night Football here, and it's going to be the revenge game narrative here. That's not the reason I like this one necessarily, but I like Stefon Diggs over 51.5 receiving yards. But for this entry here, I'm going to take him over 64.5 receiving yards. You could go down a little bit if you wanted to. It's up to you. But I'm taking the demon here at 64.5 for Stefon Diggs. So Diggs this year has had 57, 32, 23, and 101 receiving yards. So he finally had his little bit of a breakout game with the Patriots last game with 101 yards there against the Panthers. And now he's faced the Buffalo Bills. And the Buffalo Bills, of course, he played for like 3-4 years. And they're going to be 7.5-point underdogs in this game. So we should be seeing a passing game script, hopefully, from the Patriots and hopefully Stefon Diggs. And that's what this entry is going to be kind of built around here. So, again, it's really up to you if you want to take the normal line or the demon. I personally am going for the demon here. It's like a plus 210. But it's going to kind of round this entry out and give us a very high payout. The Bills here do not allow many receiving yards per game. They rank dead last, actually. They only allow about 141 receiving yards per game this year to opposing wide receivers, though they do rank a little bit better, allowing about 108.8 receiving yards allowed per game to opposing wide receivers, ranking 6th in the NFL. And I think we will be seeing quite a few targets from Diggs. I think Diggs is going to be pretty passionate about wanting to get some yards racked up against the Bills here. Even regardless of the narrative, though, I still would have liked Stefon Diggs in this matchup. I really would have. Also, his line today, he is extremely, I believe he's favored over 4.5. He's like he's kind of even, minus 115, like over 4.5 receptions. So expected to have at least 4 receptions in this game, which is good for us, of course. Like in that other game, too, where he had like 6 catches, he had 57 yards in that game. So went under his demon yards, but did go over his normal game yards, I will say there. But overall, this is really going to kind of round out our entry. It's going to make a little bit more sense later for taking Stefon Diggs at his demon. Last year, though, was with the Texans. He did cover this line quite a few times, but obviously it's a much different offense, different quarterback. I do think Diggs will be seeing a lot of targets today. He's had some very nice target numbers this year, actually. Like in week 1 and week 4, he had 7 targets. Even in this game here against Miami, though, he had 4 catches, 32 yards, but still had 5 targets. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good about Diggs and his receiving yards here. But we're going to look at the next line here, which is going to be his running back on the over for receiving yards as well, that being Tayvon Henderson, over 16.5 receiving yards. I really like Henderson as a receiving back. I think that we'll continue to give him some work. He's had 24, 30, 19, and 14 this year. So we did go under last game. However, they only ran 48 plays on offense, that being at 19 passing plays. So they had 19 passing plays. He still had 14 receiving yards in that game, which is even kind of a tougher matchup. Now, again, the Bills are a very tough matchup. They would allow the third least receiving yards allowed per game to opposing running backs this year, although they are still allowing about 15.5. And I think Stevenson's job also just gets more and more lost every time that he plays, and especially every time he fumbles the ball. So Henderson, I think, has really established himself as a solid receiving back for the Patriots team. He's had at least 2 receptions in every game, has caught every single target so far as well, and his receiving numbers have been pretty good for the most part as well. So I feel pretty good about taking Tayvon Henderson over his receiving yards, especially considering we're already taking the over for Stefon Diggs, and we're running a lot of passing from the Patriots, which again leads me to the next play in this entry here, which is going to be his quarterback, of course, on the over here, that being Drake Maye. Over, you could take 225, but I'm going to go with the much safer option at 189.5 passing yards. This feels very, very nice for Drake Maye, who's been over this line in every single game this year. He's had 287, 230, 268, and 203 this year. He has never gone under this line this year, and that includes a game where they ran 19 passing plays last week against the Panthers. He had 19 passing plays where he threw for 203 yards. Again, though, this will be a tougher matchup on paper. 125.8 is what the Bills are allowing for passing yards allowed per game this year. But again, he's flew over this line every time. And if Diggs and Henderson are going to go over their receiving yards here, Drake Maye is probably going over passing yards. I would be shocked if Diggs had 65 receiving yards, Henderson had 17, and Drake Maye didn't even come close to 180 passing yards. It's very, very unlikely, which is why I like factoring him in for just a slightly better payout here on PrizePicks. And this entry is going to pay out 9x, by the way, when you add in a normal square on PrizePicks. I will be giving you guys my pair in this video here if you guys are watching this video hopefully before 4:25 Eastern, because the last play will be before 4:25 Eastern. All right, now before we get to the next play in this video, if you've not already seen Sleeper, it is, in my opinion, the best DFS app out there right now for so many reasons. First off, if you are a new user and not yet on Sleeper, you're in luck because they have 3 massive promos going out right now. If you sign up using my promo code DOMG, you get 3 promos. You get a $100 purchase match, right, or a $100 first in deposit match using my promo code. You get a free $20 without depositing, and you get a free square when signing up for Sleeper. Those are 3 massive promos going on Sleeper right now for new users. The best part, though, is that even when you're a current user like me, I've been on this app for over a year now, I have a bunch of discounts and boosts pretty much every day on this app. Right now, I have T. Higgins discounted for receiving yards. James Williams discounted for receiving yards. Diggs boosted over yards. Jonathan Taylor boosted over rushing yards, as you can see there. And you could even potentially get a better payout than an app like PrizePicks. Let's say, for example, you like, I'm trying to find some normal receiving yards here. Let's say you like Quentin Johnston's under and Daniel Jones under. He's at 3.76x over on Sleeper compared to maybe 3x on PrizePicks. Maybe instead you like Johnston on the over. Pays out 3.23x. Over on Sleeper, again, compared to maybe 3x on PrizePicks. Sleeper is an awesome app to be on if you want it for yourself. Trade out for yourself with the link in my description and use my promo code DOMG when signing up for Sleeper. All right, now let's get to our pair for this entry that we have built so far on PrizePicks with a Patriots stack. Hopefully they throw for a lot of yards tonight. But the next play here is going to be David Montgomery over his rushing yards. Just my pair. If you're watching this a little bit later, you can, of course, take like a Buffalo Bill over or something like that, or an under, or whatever you guys want to do. But my pair that I like is just a normal square. It's going to be Dave Montgomery over 55.5 rushing yards. This will be our 4-man here. It pays out 9x on PrizePicks, which I think is pretty damn good considering all the correlation between Henderson, Diggs, and Drake Maye right there. And Drake Maye should be, pretty free in my opinion, as long as Diggs and Henderson both cover their lines. I think if one of these guys are going to sell at least, if Drake Maye goes under his passing yards, I find that extremely unlikely. But you could take Drake Maye out if you wanted to and still get an 8.5. X payout, I personally just like the extra 0.5x. It just feels extremely free to me. But it's really up to you guys. You could just take the much safer option, I guess. Well, safer option, I guess, for 8.5x right there. But overall, David Montgomery here has been over his rushing yards in 2 out of 4 games, as you can see right here. He's had 25, 57, 151, and 12 rushing yards in these games this year. The games are pretty similar here, though. Like, the Packers allow the second least rushing yards per game this year, and the Browns allow the least in the NFL. So those are the games where he went under. Otherwise, he faces the Bengals today, who rank 26th in rushing yards allowed per game this year at 135.8. Running back specifically, they allow the second most at 124.5 rushing yards allowed per game to opposing running backs. So I like going with the backup in David Montgomery here over the rushing yards. They have another running back out as well. Like the third string running back right there in Vicky is going to be out in this game as well. So it'll be Gibbs and Montgomery, pretty much as it always is. But with them also being huge favorites in this game too, I mean, they're 9.5-point favorites in wins in the past. Like last year, if you look at it, he was pretty successful for the most part, as long as it wasn't like a massive blowout. Like, well, they won by at least 4 points. He still covered his line in 5 out of 8 games, as you can see there. Overall, I feel pretty good about the lines. I posted a lines video yesterday too, lines correlation video, which is similar to the entry here in this video. And of course, I talked about how much I like the Lions in this matchup against the Bengals, and how can you not really like the Lions against the Bengals in this matchup? I mean, they're playing on the road against the Bengals, and they're still 9.5-point favorites. So feel pretty good about the rushing game for the Lions, considering how bad the Bengals' rushing defense has been this year, and how favored the Lions is on, or just to win the game. So feel pretty good about all 4 of these plays here. Pays out 9x on PrizePicks. If you want to take Drake Maye out, which I don't think is a terrible idea, because again, it is only a 0.5x increase, but it's kind of just up to you if you guys want to take that out for an 8.5x. So those are my plays. I'm not done yet, though. Again, if you guys want to join the DubClub, it is available in my description. 50% off of your next month or 60% off of the next 3 months. Gives you access to my Discord, all of my plays, everything. You guys are going to want to get in right now. I will also say, too, though, that I've also launched a different perk as a YouTube member right now. You can join the YouTube member section here on YouTube if you want to. You get these free plays sent to you early before I even sit down to record the video. So I just post like the post section on YouTube or whatever. I think you should get a notification for it probably. You get the entry that I have here in this video early. I think it's like $3 a month or something like that. I'm just trying to add another perk for YouTube members, because people are joining my YouTube members and I wasn't giving any perks whatsoever. They got like a little badge and that was it. So I started posting my free plays here early for like $3 a month here on YouTube members. So if that's something that you're interested in, getting these plays early, you can get that from the YouTube members, and it's a lot cheaper than the DubClub, obviously. So, but you also could get a free month of my DubClub if you happen to use my promo code DOMG on an app that I'm affiliated with. So you sign up for like Sleeper today, make sure to take a screenshot when you use my promo code on an app, and then send that to domgpropsvip@gmail.com, and I can send you back a free month of my DubClub just like that. But thank you guys for watching. Guys, hopefully in the next video, best of luck. If you want to submit over $5,000 of profit on PrizePicks, watch this video on your screen right here.